musical genius. This isn't a whispered sound. Billie Eilish does not sing in a whisper. Kia ora and welcome. My name's ZoeStibi, your vocal coach for today. In today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at Billie Eilish with Lunch. Admittedly, I have listened to the song, but I haven't. It's just like, it's everywhere at the moment. And B, I was just so excited to have a new Billie Eilish song, and C, a number of my students have already started singing the song. So let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique.
I could eat that girl for lunch as she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one. And I could never get enough. I could buy her so much stuff. It's a craving, not a crush. Call me when you're there. I said I bought you something rare, and I left it under Claire. So now she's coming up the stairs. So I'm pulling up a chair and I'm putting up my hair. Baby, I think you were made for me. Somebody write down a recipe. Been trying hard not to overeat. You're just so sweet. I wanna shower for you like you want. Goes on the counter for you, try it on. If I'm allowed, I'll help you take them off. I could eat that girl for lunch. Yeah, she dances on my tongue. Tastes like
Now, we do know Billie Eilish's iconic sound, and I often see on the interwebs it being referred to as a whispered sound. I promise you it's not a whisper. It's very much a good vocal fold closure, so a thicker vocal fold closure, and it's very, very, very quiet. We're going to go into how you can create the sound in the next little break, but I'm really loving it. You can hear she's adding some like slight cries and things. I don't know the words enough. Let's just go and stop and start. Oh, that's so loud, that's
I could eat that girl for lunch as she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one. And I could never get enough. I could buy her so much stuff. It's a craving, not a crush.
So I know that Billie, because I've watched like a lot of the interviews where she's talking about the way she puts her music together, she's very specific about the vocal decisions that she makes. Okay, she thinks about like every single one of them. So you can see, I could eat that girl for lunch, as she goes into a breathy sound. And then when she's going, and so that's like the thicker vocal folds. Oh, my brain's getting ahead of me. The thicker vocal folds going into there. I could eat that good for lunch. You notice her mouth is very closed as well. It's going to help to keep the volume down. Okay, so you don't want to move the mouth too much. I could eat that good for lunch. Keeping the volume right down low. And actually, this is why I'm saying it's not a whisper. Don't think about driving the air. Think about holding back the air. She's breathing in here high up in the chest. I could eat that good for lunch. And releasing at the end of the breath. And kind of, I almost think she's singing those two lines without breathing in, but I can't see quite enough. And then when she's going into that, I could buy her so much stuff, she's using a little bit of that vocal fry in there, that where the vocal folds are moving as slow as possible to create that kind of sound. It's just like vocal mastery here.
Could buy her so much stuff. It's a craving, not a crush. Call me when you're there. I said I bought you something rare, and I left it under Claire. So now she's coming up the stairs. So I'm pulling up a chair and I'm putting up my hair. Baby, I think you were made for me. Somebody write down a recipe. Been trying hard not to overeat. You're just so sweet. I wanna shower for
Oh my goodness me. So as she's going into the pre-chorus there, you can really hear that she's getting a little bit louder, but she's driving a bit more air. Now, when we drive air in the sound, we do tend to get a little bit louder. So that's what I'm saying about when you're trying to do the first verse, don't over push. And then when you're getting into that pre-chorus, or is it like the second part of the first verse, she is using that increase in the air. And when she's going back into now. Da, 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 da. Let's just go back on this section because she does go back down to a more closed vocal fold sound without so much air in the sound.
My head, baby, I think you were made for me. Somebody write down a recipe. Been trying hard not to overeat. You're just so sweet.
But you can really hear that. So maybe write down the recipe. You know, you're just not going to hit those sorts of sounds if you are pushing too much breath in that sound, which is why it's so important to say, like, this isn't a whispered sound. Billie Eilish does not sing in a whisper. It's very specific what she's doing with her vocal folds. And that is definitely closed, but just like the hint of air that's coming in there. But if you want to learn more about how to sing and improve your vocal technique in a community full of motivated singers, then check out my membership options available in the description below. We can work together on improving your singing through monthly masterclasses with me. It's how we're going to work together. I can't wait to see you there. Let's keep watching Billie because she's going to go into this chorus.
I wanna shower for you like you want. Goes on the counter for you, try on. If I'm allowed, I'll help you take them off. I could eat that girl for lunch. Yeah, she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one. And I could never get enough. Could buy her so much stuff. It's a craving, not a crush.
Let's just say, like, Phineas is amazing. He's not only playing the guitar, but he's also on the keys and things, like, and he produced this whole album. He's amazing, right? Just like musical genius. So we got da 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 da. The microphone's going a little bit further away from her mouth there. She's got thicker vocal fold closure, more of that cry coming in. It sounds like more of a sung vocal quality in that sense. We've got less breath in the sound. The reaching up of the chin, it's not necessary. It's just that some singers find that it's slightly easier to produce that sound when they reach their neck up. She's not going into any sort of belt quality or anything. It's just, again, that slightly thicker vocal fold quality further up in the range. But I mean, we know that Billie is a very, very accomplished singer. You know, she sang in choirs and she sang, you know, since she was professionally, since she was like 14 years old. So this isn't a decision that's made lightly. And she does have a very versatile range with her voice. I'm loving the way that she's not changing the voice quality too much, but it is sort of flipping between this sort of like very almost non-sung, I could eat that girl for lunch, da, 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 which is almost a little bit spoken on pitch, to da, 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 which we have to go and use more of that cry, more of that unfair sound in order to create that that higher range voice quality.
She's taking pictures in the mirror. Oh my God, her skin's so clear. Tell her bring that over here. You need a seat, I'll volunteer. Now she's smiling ear to ear. She's the headlights on the deer. I said it all before, but I'll say it again. I'm interested in more than just being a friend. Oh, I don't wanna break it, just want it to bend. Do you know how to bend? I could eat that girl for lunch. She dances on my tongue. And I know it's just a hunch, but she might be the one. I could eat that girl for lunch.
This is so cool. And watch the way that she kind of like moved her mouth as well to kind of pull those vowels. We want to be thinking about not singing in like these pure vowels just to the end, you know, going, I could eat that girl for lunch. You know, you're going to play around with the consonants as well. We sing on the consonants, people. We sing on the consonants. I could eat that girl for lunch. And, you know, try and use it as if you're kind of being a little bit cheeky with the sound. She's pulling her mouth ever so slightly in that sort of more spoken, I suppose, bridge section, you could say. Or is this the bridge section? I've only heard the song once. I don't know it well enough. But when I'm just loving, like, let's just watch this again.
She dances on my tongue, and I know it's just a hunch, but she might be the one.
And so again, it's not a whisper sound, but she might be the one. You know, it's still very much within a spoken part of her range, and quite an easy part of her range that we see Billie using time and time again in her singing. Let's take it home because I do have to start teaching in a second. Oh, she's just so fantastic as well. Like, they just look like they're having the most fun up there on stage. Let me know what song I should have a look at next from Billie Eilish. She's an absolutely amazing performer. I have to run. If you're interested in working with me one-to-one, then check out my membership options available in the description below. My Vocal Academy is launching very, very soon, and I cannot wait to have you join me there. There's lots of freebies to win as well leading up to the launch. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button so that we can geek out about vocal technique together. It honestly is a really huge way that you can help me to help more people like yourself with their vocal technique. More Billies up here, breathing for pop singing is down here. And I'll see you right here next time. Have an awesome rest of your day. Ka kite anō.